very much. I wish I didn't have to follow Jack Russell because that was an amazing speech. But I do have a couple of things to say. I just wanted to say that when Chris Kenny called me and he left a message and said, "This is Chris Kenny, I have some good news, call me back." And I thought one of two things were happening. I thought either that the women's soccer team was finally going to get some of the recognition it deserved, or he wanted Packer tickets. And I was delighted to find out that he knew to call my father if he really wanted Packer tickets. But I wanted to thank my mom and dad for being here today. Tom and Maureen Manion have always been wonderful support to me, and I think I got a lot of my athletic ability from my father and my competitive nature from my mother. So a match made in heaven. They both have their Super Bowl rings on if anyone wants to see them later. I wanted to thank my very dear friends Len and Deb Johns, who have been affiliated with the college in a number of ways, and Len's a successful volleyball coach here, and Debbie was working in the alumni office as well as working with me in admissions, and I was so happy that they came up tonight. It really made it special. And I especially want to thank my husband, Michael, for being the best husband in the last 22 years. We were married at St. Michael's Chapel in December, and my in-laws from Ireland still remind me that it snowed on the day. But thank you very much, and I wanted to say that my daughter's name is Grace. Just briefly, in 1980, I had been at St. Michael's College for 4 days when I called my parents and told them that although I liked it very much and the college was beautiful, I would be transferring. And as any of us who have moved our kids into college know, that's not something you want to hear 4 days into the semester. And my dad said, "Why?" And I said, "They don't have a varsity soccer team." And my father was a college president at the time, but more importantly, a father of 7 children, and he was not going to come pick me up. And he said, "There's a thing called Title IX. Go talk to the athletic director." So I talked to Ed Markey, and I said, "Title IX." And he said, "Okay, well, you have to prove you have a team that wants to play." And so our first season as club, we showed up every day, and we didn't forfeit one game, and those of us that had extra cleats brought them, so the girls that had tennis shoes could have cleats to play. And the following year, which is 30 years ago this month, we fielded our first varsity women's soccer team. So we're very happy. And as a So anyway, I wanted to thank a couple of people. We had 2 coaches that I worked with, Al Fleury, who was our first coach, and Bob Castle, who was he really set the standard. He was very, very professional and very, very patient and a very, very nice man and a good coach. And he really put us on a very good road. I wanted to thank Jerry Flanagan, who was a great boss when I worked here for 2 years in admissions. I think he was very patient. He used to explain things to me using analogies for soccer. So I'd say, well, like Marcy, but you guys remember Jerry plays football, right? So his analogies tended to be like, well, Marcy, this is like the last quarter of the game. And I said, Jerry, like soccer games don't have quarters. But he's a great boss, and I'm glad he's here. But the one person I really wanted to give a shout out to, who helped us as a struggling, beginning, baby varsity team, was amazingly supportive to all the varsity athletes at St. Michael's for all the years I was here, because lacrosse was starting when I started too. Well, somebody treated us like a varsity athlete the minute we walked in his office, was Zaf Blunovich. So anyway, I just want to say that there are a couple of things. I know that one of the things I appreciated most about going to St. Mike's is the learning for life that you got here. And that applies to athletics as well. I thought there was 3 or 4 things that I learned from playing soccer at St. Mike's that I thought I'd share with you guys. Number 1 was, if people are counting on you, show up, whether it's your team or the people in business or your family, and I really learned that here. The second thing was, if you fall down, get back up. And we've learned that quite a lot the last few years. And if you knock somebody down, help them up. My yoga teacher says you can't knock somebody down, but I told her in soccer you can if you're playing the ball, and sometimes it's pretty fun. But if you do, help them up. The last thing I thought I learned here from soccer was that sometimes in soccer and life, it's okay to do something for the pure joy of it. And I think all my fellow inductees will agree that whether you walk onto the court or to a soccer field on a beautiful fall day, and the grass is so green you can't believe it, and you have this just pure joy. And I think that's really wonderful. And I think because at the base of joy is gratitude. And I'm very grateful for having had the opportunity to play soccer at St. Mike's, and I'm very grateful for this award today. So thank you.